Back, you're watching Trading Hour. The focus now shifts to the commodity space. Manisha joins in as always, and today the focus is on crude. Hi, Manisha. Morning.
Smaira, thank you so much for that. Well, I'm looking at the crude oil prices, which have seen some steady moves coming in after 3 days of decline. We've actually lost more than 8% in last 2 or 3 trading sessions. That is because of the hawkish statements coming in from the central banks, the kind of rate hikes that we've seen, and the strength in US dollar, and the fears that the demand could continue to decline, and we could be looking at a surplus in this quarter. All of that has weighed onto the markets. But the reason that you are looking at that bit of a green tick coming back in case of crude oil prices, that is because there is a meeting of OPEC and allies on 5th of October, and the markets anticipate that this is a third time around that OPEC and allies could agree on cutting output instead of increasing, looking at the kind of demand destruction and the price decline that we have seen come in for the crude oil prices. When you look at the prices itself, well, we have seen a 19% of a decline for the month of September. The last 4 weeks consecutively, it has been a decline in case of crude prices. For the current quarter as well, it has been a 25% of a damage that the crude prices have seen on the weaker side. Another thing that seems to be supporting prices is the hurricane season that is upon us, and a category 2 hurricane, which is named as Ian, is expected to cross Gulf of Mexico by the end of this week before it makes a landfall in Florida. And ahead of that, there are reports on how BP, Chevron and various other oil companies who have plants there have cut capacity and called back their personnel. 15% of US production in sense of capacity happens in Gulf of Mexico, and that really seems to be impacting the markets there. Apart from that, the street will also watch out for the US Fed chair's statement by the end of this week on the direction going forward in sense of demand and rate hikes, etc. So that is something that would be on cues as well. And today you have the OPEC yearly report also coming in, which will tell you on what they are thinking about in sense of global yearly demand and supply numbers. So ahead of that, some buying is what we are seeing on the screen.
Manisha, thanks very much for that. Another quick break now. Up next, we'll talk about the market technicals. Joining in will be Mitesh Thakkar of Earning Waves.